Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a review slash tutorial of the 2022 iPad planners that are available in my Etsy shop. This is going to cover the yearly planner, the budget planner, the meal planner, the life planner, and the savings challenge bundle planner. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to go page by page of each of these planners. The good news is that they have a lot of the same functionality. So I'm going to use the yearly planner because it has all of these other planners built into it. And I have chapters in the description box. So I do recommend you sticking around at least until I go over the quick start guide. And then after that, feel free to jump around to the section that is most relevant for your planner. Okay, so first let's go over how to actually download your planner. This is hands down the most frequently asked question that I get. So we're gonna exit out of the planner just for a second and let me show you the Etsy app. I think this is a problem a lot of people have. If you are trying to download your planner from the Etsy app, it does not have a way for you to do that. That is a Etsy thing, not an Ashley thing. I don't know why they don't allow you to do that. So you're gonna need to close out of the Etsy app and instead open your browser. From there, you will click your profile image and then you will select purchases and reviews. And then if I had purchased my own planner, it would show up here. But your planner will be somewhere on this page and then you will select download files. I actually already recorded a video showing you how to download it and import into GoodNotes. So I'm gonna insert that clip right here. Download your file. It's going to open in the browser, tap share, open in GoodNotes, import as new document, and you're all set. The most important section in your planner is your quick start guide. This is replacing the welcome doc. I feel like whenever I download a digital product, it comes with a welcome doc, and then when I need to reference it again, I have no idea where I have saved it. So now it is baked into your quick start guide. Depending on which planner you purchase, yours may look a little bit different, but regardless, it just has like quick reminders and like basic functionality if you want to dive right in. If you ever want to reference this tutorial again, it is linked right here. You just tap this and it will take you to YouTube. The thing that I want to go over first are these icons. These you will find throughout your planner. Again, it depends on which version you have. You may not have all of them, but every single planner has this home icon. So let me swipe. The home icon will take you back to a menu page. So personally, I like to keep my planners very clean and streamlined, just like from an aesthetic point. So I don't do the link tabs. And so that is what the home button does. I created these menu pages. So here is the year section that has our vision board and our year at a glance. If I wanted to go back to the year section, I would tap that home button and it would take me here. Whenever you see a section that is shaded, that just means that those are the pages that are in your planner. So in the year section, I have a vision board and a year at a glance page. But if I wanted to go to another section in the planner, those are also linked here. So I can hop over to the goals page. I can go back to the year page. I can hop to the meals page or the to-dos page or go back to the years page. Now, if you are already on a menu page and you tap this home button again, it will take you back to page 1. And that functionality is the same throughout all of the planners, regardless of which version you have. Also want to know that I am using the pastel version of the yearly planner. The planners also come in an ivory and a dark mode. The functionality is the same throughout all of them. The only thing that has changed are the colors. The next icon is the meal icon. Looks like it is a plate and a fork and a knife. Now you'll have this icon in your planner if you have the yearly planner or the meal planner. And I forgot to mention it here, but you can get to any section through here. These are all links. So if we go to meals and then we go to a meal planner, all of these squares are linked and will take you to your recipe sheets. So let's say we want to see what we're going to have for breakfast on Sunday. We can click it right there and it is linked and will take us there. And then if we want to go back, we just tap the plate icon. And that is on all of your pages. So you have a breakfast, lunch, and snack page for each of your pages here. And these are meant to be written on as well. So I can quickly show you that. Okay. It's like a little slow right now. Let's see. We'll just say, oh, great. We'll just say we're going to have eggs. And then you would just have to turn your pen back off. And then you just tap that. And then we could see, oh, eggs. And, you know, the whole recipe. The next icon is the calendar. This one appears on a couple of the planners, but in this one, it is in the budget section. And so I'll just swipe. So when you tap that calendar, it is actually going to take you here. So let's go to January. This is your undated calendar where you can plan out and write all of your bills or birthdays or any kind of sinking fund planning that is happening. And then if I swipe over one, it takes me to the payday budget. Let's say I want to see what's happening in February, or I'm budgeting in March and I want to see how I spent in February or how I budgeted in February. I could just swipe because at this point it only has one page, but let's say you get paid once a week and now you've added multiple pages to your planner. It may become a little cumbersome to try to swipe through all of those. So let's say we are here in March and then we want to go back to February. There we are. So that is that. And from this page, you would just tap the home button again and it'll take you to the main budget pages that has all of the sub pages here, plus any other section is linked. And again, if you are already on a menu page, you just click home and it'll take you back to page 1. Okay, so first up is our vision board. So let's say you want to add an image. You just click the photo right here. And then you can just drag your photos. These are my most recent pictures, so that's why they're here. But let's say you have one that is a little further down. You would just click photos again, and then it would open up your entire photo album that you have saved from your camera. So that is how you do that. You can resize it. If you want to crop, you just hold this, select crop, and then you can crop your pictures down however you want. And that is how you do the vision board. Next is your year at a glance. So I have this section just to look back. I really suck at taking pictures of myself and with family. So I have this page just to keep me accountable. Use this one the exact same way. You'll have to do some resizing, of course, here, and maybe even a little bit of cropping, but it's the same idea. You are just pulling pictures from your photos and then adding them here. And then this little section here is for you to write a quick caption. So for here, I'll just say a road trip. Okay. And that is your year section. Next is the goals section. I wanted to provide a number of different ways that you can track and identify your goals. So the first one is for you to do with a partner or a friend. I actually do a goal exercising with my best friend and my husband. So I have that page here where you have a section for just your personal goals that you want to achieve, and then goals that you want to achieve together. And then you have a yearly section that is a little bit more fleshed out if that is your style. I also like to have monthly goals. This is where I kind of like tackle one of my yearly goals one by one. So I have some goals here. I tend to get really ambitious with my goals, and I'm not always realistic with what I can achieve in a year. So I have a section here for my top priorities and then nice to haves. So I don't really know, at least for me, it's not really realistic that I would be able to achieve like this many goals in a month. So I take everything that's on this list and I kind of divide it of like, okay, what is an absolute must that has to happen, and then what's a nice to have, and then what are some habits that I want to try to achieve during the month. And that makes it a little bit more manageable. And then sometimes I need a pick me up, so I love to write myself a little love note right here in the reminder section. This is not sectioned by month. So that is your like monthly key here. As you add pages to this, you will just circle like this is for January, this is for March, November, etc. This is just like if you need to break down your goals into actionable steps. So a lot of people will write a goal that is lose weight. Okay, well, how are you going to do that? That is a very lofty goal. So maybe it goes from I'm going to lose weight to I'm going to drink 8 cups of water, or eat more veggies, or whatever. So it's just like making it more manageable. So I know that is more helpful for some people. So you have that. And then I use this page all the time. So I like to track my progress every week. So again, we'll just stick with losing weight. You could track like, I don't know, I can't believe I'm writing my weight here. Oh wait, actually I've already lost weight. Okay, I think I'm like I think I'm like 153 right now. Okay, so, and then maybe I'll be 150 next week. I don't know. So I like to track how I am doing throughout the month. It's also good even if it's not a numerical goal. I have a lot of goals for my Etsy shop. So sometimes I'll just say like not launched or making progress. It's just good for me to kind of see like how I'm doing. And again, like another way to hold myself accountable, because I know at the end of every week, I have to report into this progress tracker to see how I did. And it also helps me like evaluate if a goal was too lofty, or maybe I gave it like too much importance. Like I accomplished it the very first week. Maybe I underestimated how much time it was going to take or anything like that. And then finally, I have my monthly reflections. So this is where I go over all of the goals. I write my overall thoughts. So sometimes, like I said, I tend to have way too many goals. And so my thoughts will just be, I was really overwhelmed, did not set realistic expectations, whatever. This is just kind of where I just have that blurb. And then here I write down all of my individual goals and reflect on them, whether I achieved it, what I can learn, etc. Now you only get one page for each of these. So if you ever need to add more pages, you just click the 3 dots right here. And then, actually you don't have to do that. You can click the plus right here. So add page and then current template. And now you have 2 of those, and your links will still work. Let's turn that off. Your links will still work even if you add a page. Only thing is if you delete one of the original pages that was with the tracker, you will break the links. So just keep that in mind. Next are to-dos. This one is really straightforward. You have a weekly plan, a daily plan, and a habit tracker. So your weekly plan is not as granular, at least not for me. If you kind of just like want to have a top view of what's happening, you have that. And then you have your daily plan here, where you can kind of get a little bit more in the nitty gritty of what your day-to-day is going to look like. The time schedule goes from 5 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. It has a to-do section. Again, I tend to get really lofty with my to-do, so I like to be able to break it down with some top priorities of like things that absolutely have to happen today, and then some notes if there's something I'm not going to get to today, I need to make a note of it, or like to reminder to call someone or whatever. I just add that there. Again, if you ever need to add more of these, this is meant to be a buildable planner. So you just click add page, current template. Let's say there are parts of your day that never changes. Like let's say every day you wake up and you work out at 5 a.m. and you don't want to have to copy or rewrite that you work out at 5 a.m. every time you add a new page. Copy page, and then you're gonna click your add page button right here, and then paste page. And now your text from the previous page will automatically be saved right here, so you don't have to rewrite things that are the same every day for you. And then finally, we have the habit tracker. Again, this one is meant to add pages as you go along. Each habit has 31 squares. Again, same kind of deal here. These represent the months, so you would just circle. There's a number of ways that you can shade that I want to explore with you really quickly. So you can obviously just use your pen and shade it in like this. Only thing to be mindful of is that it will cover the numbers with this one. So if that matters to you, like, just keep that in mind. You can use a highlighter like that. My personal favorite is to use the shape tool. Number one, it's just faster. Okay, so with the shape, I am just going to outline my square. You gotta make sure that you don't pick up your pencil when you do this. So you're just holding it and then it'll snap and do the square for you. And I just find that to be so much easier than shading, although sometimes shading is therapeutic, but that's just an easier way to do that. I'm going to switch to the dark version of this planner because there is something that I want to call out when you are shading using a dark planner. This is a GoodNotes thing, not a me thing. I can't change this, unfortunately. So if we are shading with the pencil, it's the same kind of deals with the other ones. It's really bold and pretty, but just be mindful that your pencil is going to cover the number that is there. However, if you use the highlighter version, the highlighter goes to the back. It's happening on the white and ivory version as well. It's just not as obvious. So your shading will look really dull. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. It's just the way GoodNotes is designed. So just keep that in mind, that if you prefer to shade in with the highlighter, your colors may not look as vibrant as you may have hoped. And I've tried to play around with some other colors to see what happens, and it's kind of the same thing. So if you have a dark planner, I recommend using your pen or the the shape tool will still give you kind of a nice pop of color if that's what you prefer. Next up is the meal planner. We kind of already went through this one when I went over the icons, so I won't spend a ton of time here, but yeah, this is where you can plan all of your meals. You can, of course, write on all of these squares, has Sunday through Monday, and then if you'd like to hop to a recipe, you can swipe. Oh, you have your shopping list. You can swipe and it has a breakfast, lunch, and snack and dinner sheet for every day of the week. All of these are linked. You would just need to tap the pen right here, turn the pen off, and turn your pencil only functionality on, and then you can just tap the square and it'll take you right to the recipe card. Like I said, there's one for every meal of the day. If you ever want to get back to that scheduler or planner, just tap that play icon again and it'll take you right there. To add on to your recipe sheet, we're gonna take this here. Okay, so obviously you all know how to write the recipe, but to add your image, you just tap that again. I'm gonna tap it again and let's find some food. Here's my food image. You can resize it. I love having this as a reference, just of what is the meal supposed to look like when I'm finished cooking it, and also just a reminder of oh yeah, I'm actually really excited for that meal, because sometimes I don't always remember what a meal looks like when I'm just looking at a recipe that I've saved. Okay, so and then if you want to rate it, you just kind of zoom in here and you can shade it in. Now, if you want to give this 5 stars, maybe a little cumbersome to have to do 5 stars, color in 5 stars. So you would just tap your lasso tool here, circle the star, and then press and hold, select copy, and then press and hold on the next star and select paste. And now you can color it in. Hopefully your stars look a lot better than mine. Let's say you want to change the color of the stars. You just press and hold it again, and then you select color, and then you can change it. So now we have yellow stars. So there you go. For the notes, I like to just, if I need to double a recipe or if it has allergy information, I love having that section to do there. And so that is your meal section. Next is the budget section. It comes with a subscription reminder, your payday budget and undated calendars, the sinking fund tracker, expense tracker, and all of the savings challenges are included in this version. On the next page is a calendar for all of the months. So let's say you are budgeting in October, you can just tap here and it'll take you right there to your undated calendar. You can use this section to map out all of your sinking funds. If you ever need to get back to another month, of course, you can always swipe. This calendar icon appears on every single page in the budget section of this planner, but you can also just tap that and then it'll take you right back here to select another month. From this page, you can tap home and then it'll take you to the main budget page. And of course, if you tap home again, it'll take you to page 1. So the subscription reminder is pretty straightforward. It is for like Amazon, Sam's, Costco, all of those kind of like yearly subscriptions that sneak up on us, just to be able to like write those down and organize them so you don't forget. Next up is your sinking fund tracker. So after you've written out all of your birthdays, anniversaries, whatever, you can add those to your sinking fund tracker here. And again, this comes with just one page. So if you ever need to add more pages to it, you just click this plus and then select current template, and then you'll have 2 of them. You can color these in the same way that we did the habit trackers. You can do it like this, or you can use the shapes. Just make sure you don't pick up your pencil so it'll snap. Hopefully your shapes will look a lot better than mine. And then again, you can use the lasso tool and just copy and paste it. Looks like I accidentally touched the scribble version, so it copied both of them, but that's fine. And then we can just add that. So I use that trick all the time if I ever need to shade in like multiple squares at once. So that's your sinking fund tracker. Then we have your sinking fund expense tracker. I love having this page, especially when I'm trying to save for holidays. Like for now, I will go in and add in how much I budgeted and what I actually spent for Christmas 2021, so that when I'm planning 2022, I have a reference of how much I spent, so I know that I am saving a realistic amount for the new year. Okay, and then finally you have your savings challenges. So you have a 500, a 1,000, a 5,000 challenge. You don't have to do these in orders. There's 52 squares for 52 weeks in the year. I try to have varying amounts. Life happens. Sometimes you may only be able to save a smaller amount. So I try to keep that in mind. Like for the $1,000 savings challenge is $25, but you may have like a rough week and you're only able to save $5. Then I wanted to make sure you had a $5 square here, for you, just so you're more likely to stick to it. Then I have the $5 savings challenge. This is just like every time you have an extra $5, you save it. Same for $10 and save for $20. So you have some options there. Again, this is meant to be buildable, so you can add another page if you ever need to. And now we're going to go back to the home page, or page 1. There's just a few other things I wanted to go over. So here are some quick links. If you are enjoying your planner, you can click here to leave me a review. You'll get this just warning you that it's taking you to Etsy. You just press yes, and then it will take you to my shop, so that you can leave me a review. It will also have a link here for you to sign up for a discount. So if you join my newsletter, I will send you a code to get a discount off the purchase of your next planner. And then I have 2 TikTok channels. One is planner specific that will have just different videos on how I use my planners in my day-to-day life, how to use GoodNotes, that sort of thing. And then I have a Fin Talk where I share tips about money, saving money, how money works, all of that sort of thing. So both of those are linked, and then this one will take you to my YouTube channel. So that is the tour of your planner. So I hope that you found this helpful. If you have any questions related to your purchase, please reach out to me on Etsy. I get an alert on my phone and in my email immediately, and I'm able to help you. Leaving a comment here on YouTube or on my TikTok for help, they sometimes get buried, especially on TikTok. I get a ton of comments, so I may not see it, but if you reach out to me on Etsy, I will 1000% see it. If you have any more questions about your planner, let me know.